It's a beautiful Sunday evening, and we are glad to have you join us on Kwara TV News tonight. I am Ganiat Ilufoya Dedeji. I'm from the languages desk.
Ekube lozwani ekube ifalade labari de television ekinkura na chief yan akwata yakubona na la labari tibe le Fatima Mohammed
Ekale eyanrale ìròyìn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ lọ pásọ̀kan láti lè ṣe mú márùn ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara tó kalẹ̀ sí àpáta Yakuba nílùú Ìlọrin hawa dáadáa nínú ìròyìn ẹ̀kú ìkàlẹ̀.
This is Kwara TV News coming to you live from Apata Yakuba in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital. You can watch us on Starter 13, Free TV 502. You can also join us on Facebook Live. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu today departed Lagos for Europe, continuing his end-of-year break and in preparation for an official engagement in the United Arab Emirates. A statement issued by Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, said the president will proceed from Europe to Abu Dhabi to participate in the 2026 edition of Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week, ADSW 2026, scheduled to hold early in January. The ADSW 2026 is scheduled to run from January 11th through January 17th at the Abu Dhabi National Exhibition Center. President Tinubu was invited to the summit by Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, President of the United Arab Emirates. The statement explained that Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week is a week-long global platform that convenes leaders from government, business and civil society to advance conversations and actions on sustainable development. The summit provides a forum for mobilizing ideas, partnership and investment aimed at shaping the next phase of global sustainability efforts. The 2026 edition of the summit will be held under the theme, The Nexus of Next, All Systems Go, focusing on linking ambition with practical action across innovation, finance and people, while showcasing pathways for countries and institutions to move forward with confidence in a rapidly evolving global environment. Tinubu is expected to return to Nigeria after the conclusion of the summit. Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak has extended his hearty congratulations to the new National Executive Committee of the Ilorin Emirate Descendant Progressive Union, IEDPU, following his re-election as president. This is contained in a statement issued today by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Rafiu Ajakari. He congratulated Alhaji Abdulmomin Abdul Malik on the deserving re-election as president of the Apex Social Cultural Body of the Ilorin people, saying his re-election is a testament to the widespread confidence he enjoys from far and near. He expressed confidence that Alhaji Abdul Malik and other members of the important body will build on their successes over the last few years, particularly the successful completion of Dr. Ibrahim Sulugan Bari. He asked Allah to guide the newly elected president and other members of the IEDPU National Executive Council and give them enduring successes. And moving on to Borno State, where Governor Babagana Zulum is set to present the 2026 budget proposal to the State House of Assembly on Monday, 29 December 2025. This is contained in a statement by the State Commissioner of Information and Internal Security, Professor Usman Tahar, in Maduguri. He said the budget presentation provided a platform for Zulu to set in motion the monetary and fiscal projections of the administration for the 2026 fiscal year. He explained that during the presentation, the governor will make important policy pronouncements that would then impact significantly on the people's lives in the state. The year 2025 budget, which was signed into law in January by the governor, stood at 584.8 billion naira, with the social sectors taking the lion's share of the over 400 billion naira. Out of the social sector, education and healthcare delivery services were accorded the topmost priority by the administration, with the construction and equipping of 104 mega secondary schools, along with teachers' quarters in Mafa and the Maiduguri metropolis. The statement noted that during this year's budget presentation, the 28th member legislature that the health and the education sectors play a critical role in the economic growth and development of the state. Governor Zulum therefore urged the ministries, departments, and agencies, MDAs, to strictly adhere to their budgetary provisions, warning that failure to do so could lead to non-release of funds to implement their respective projects and other programs across the states. Christians are being charged to always appreciate God regardless of the season. This was a call message delivered by Reverend Ruben Idowu Ibitoye of the Unity Baptist Church, Abdul Wahab Folawiye Road, Ilorin, during today's church service. Abdul Wele covered the church service for Kwara TV News, and his report is presented from our studios.
In his ministration, Reverend Ruben Idowu Ibitoye charged the congregation to pray for the leaders and give thanks to God for witnessing the end of year celebration. Reverend Ibitoye, who charged the need for celebrating, stressed that praising God for his goodwill and mercy are enough reasons to thank God. Reading from the book of Exodus, chapter 11, verses 30 to 31, the clergy hinted that God saves his people from different challenges and gives victory to who he so wishes. The clergy commended the efforts of government towards overcoming the challenge of insecurity plaguing the state. Referencing this year's Christmas celebration, he noted that Christians in Nigeria had improved safety congregating at churches during the celebration.
God saw us through the year, so it's a time to celebrate, it's a time to give thanks to God, it's a time to give our substance to God and to appreciate Him. And it's a time to pray for our dear nation. As today's last Sunday of the year, it's a time to commit our nation, commit our states, to pray for Nigeria and to pray for our leaders as we approach the new year, that God will help our leaders to do the needful.
Some of the worshippers who spoke with Kwara TV News described the sermon as educative and timely.
We should learn to trust more in God, who is able to do all things. In spite of our helplessness, in spite of our challenges, there is a God who sees, there's a God who knows, there's a God who is always available to assist us through our challenges.
To appreciate God for God's faithfulness and to believe that the future is bright. No matter what we are passing through, they should believe in the Lord and hope that God is working for our favor.
The congregation should look at what God has done for them. It may not be to their own expectation, but at least they are better than some other people.
The church service featured, among other things, special prayer and choir ministration.
No fewer than 34 lawyers nominated for appointment as judges of the Federal High Court of Nigeria (FHC) have failed the integrity test for their appointments. They were dropped in the race for their appointments as judicial officers following avalanche of public petitions. The test was part of the new guidelines approved by the National Judicial Council (NJC) under the Chief Justice of Nigeria (CJN) Justice Kudrat Kekereekun to eliminate persons of doubtful characters from being appointed as judicial officers. The 34 legal practitioners were part of the 62 applicants nominated for the position of the judges of the Federal High Court, but got knocked off by various petitions against them during the integrity test. A reliable source at the NJC said that only 28 nominees who received a clean bill of health during the integrity test will now face the interview panel of the council next month. The NJC Director of Information, Mrs. Kemi Ogedengbe, confirmed that the council will meet between January 13 and 14, 2026 to consider issues in the process of shortlisting candidates for appointment as judges of the Federal High Court. She said the 28 shortlisted nominees will face the council interview panel days before the meeting between Monday and Tuesday, while the meeting is slated for Wednesday and Thursday. And moving on to Oyo State, where the People's Democratic Party group in the state has berated former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayoshi over his claims that Governor Seyi Makinde received 50 billion naira from the federal government as relief funds for victims of the January 2024 Bodija explosion. The describing the allegation as misleading and unfounded. The group stated this in a statement authorized by its coordinator, Kudus Olaide, and made available to newsmen in Ibadan, the state capital. Reports as it that Fayose, during a live interview aired on a television station on Friday, alleged that Governor Seyi Makinde received 50 billion naira on behalf of victims of the Bodija explosion when he visited President Bola Tinubu to brief him on the incident. He further alleged that Makinde failed to either acknowledge the receipt of the said amount or utilize it as provide succor to those who lost their lives and property in the incident. The group challenged Fayose to publish a document showing actual approval of the fund, stressing that not all Nigerians were dropouts or half literate and unable to distinguish between a request or an approval. The group, however, commended Makinde, describing him as a transparent and people-centered leader, warning the Fayose against distracting the state governor with what is described as a low-level opportunistic politics. You are still watching Kwara TV News. You are pausing for some messages to return with more news. Do stay with us.
Ike, you are jogging? Since when?
Freshio, a good source of vitamins A, B6, B12, D, and zinc that keeps you active and refreshed on the go.
You're so full of life these days, Ike. Since when?
Hey, it's Friday!
Party tonight?
After this long day of work, and you too, since when?
Freshio, wholesome goodness every day.
Grab your bottle now.
We've got news. Freshio Kids Pack is back with a straw hole.
Oh, remember how mom used to wake up before everybody to make breakfast, iron our uniform, and surprise that woman with something special?
Reward your mom with a trip to Zanzibar in the 2025 Three Crowns Mom of the Year competition. Write a note using each letter in your mom's name and submit with any of these on our website or at any of our collection centers. T's and C's apply. 3 Crowns Milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
Ike, you are jogging? Since when?
Freshio, a good source of vitamins A, B6, B12, D, and zinc that keeps you active and refreshed on the go.
You're so full of life these days, Ike. Since when?
Hey, it's Friday!
Party tonight?
After this long day of work, and you too, since when?
Freshio, wholesome goodness every day.
Grab your bottle now.
We've got news. Freshio Kids Pack is back with a straw hole.
Glad to have you back. And moving on, parliamentary workers at the National Assembly have expressed opposition to what they describe as persistent violations of the federal character principle in the appointment of secretaries, warning that continued disregard for constitutional provision could lead to industrial unrest. The Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria, National Assembly Chapter, made the demand in a formal protest letter addressed to the chairman of the National Assembly Service Commission and made available to newsmen at its headquarters in Abuja on Sunday. The letter, signed by the union chairman, Sabiu Sunday, and dated December 22nd, drew attention to Section 14.3 of the 1999 Constitution as amended and the Federal Character Commission Act, Cap F7 laws of the Federation of Nigeria, which mandates equitable representation of Nigeria's federating units in public appointments. He said the union noted that concerned instances where a state already represented in the secretary cadre is appointed to fill a vacancy while other states in the same zone are denied the opportunity. The union urged the commission to ensure strict adherence to the law and avoid perpetuating imbalance in appointment. He said the union commended the president's decision to reverse the promotion of his aide-de-camp, showcasing his commitment to fairness and integrity. And from Gombe State comes a report that Governor Mohammed Yahaya on Sunday condemned the strongest terms the gruesome murders to citizens and 4 other abducted persons in Pinlega town, Akiko local government area, in the early hours of Saturday, describing the attack as barbaric, cruel, and utterly unacceptable. Yahaya, in a statement issued by the Director General, Press Affairs, Gombe Government House, Ismaila Mistili, said the killing of innocent citizens in their homes alongside the abduction of women and children was a heinous crime that deeply offend humanity and threaten the peace and security of Gombe State has worked hard to sustain. He assured that the crime will not go unchecked, noting that the Nigerian police and other security agencies had commenced intensive investigation into the killings and abduction. The governor directed that all necessary resources be deployed to track down the perpetrators, rescue the abducted victims unarmed, and bring all those involved to justice. The governor urged residents to remain calm, vigilant, and cooperative with security agencies, assuring the people of Pandiga and the entire state that the government stands firmly with them and will take decisive measures to ensure peace and safety. And from Gombe, we move on to Zamfara State, where the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, has condemned the bomb explosion in Zamfara that claimed the lives of 7 people. In a statement issued by Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Musa Krishi, on Sunday, the Speaker described the attack as cowardly and unfortunate. The incident occurred on Saturday when suspected terrorists planted an improvised explosive device along the Magami-Danzadao Highway in Maru local government area of the state. The device exploded as a commercial bus conveying passengers drove over it, killed 7 people instantly. Abbas stated that the federal government had introduced new strategy of security measures to check criminal activities, adding that the terrorism, banditry, and other crimes against the state will continue to be resisted. He added that Nigerians had resolved to support the President Bola Tinubu's led administration in its quest to address threat to life and property across the country. He, however, pledged the readiness of the National Assembly to provide necessary legislative and budgetary support to confront the nation's security challenges. At least 141 Nigerian nationals have been arrested in Ghana over their alleged involvement in cyber-enabled financial crimes, including mobile money fraud and business email compromise scams. Ghana's Commissioner for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovation, Samuel George, disclosed this in a statement. The statement said that the arrest came after a coordinated early morning operation carried out by the Cyber Security Authority of Ghana in collaboration with the Ghana Police Service, the National Security, and the Ghana Immigration Service. It was said that the operation was conducted across key locations in Tabora and Lashibi. Law enforcement agencies also recovered 38 laptops and 150 mobile phones suspected to have been used in perpetrating cyber-related financial crimes. During the operation, a Ghanaian landlord who allegedly accommodated about 100 of the suspects in his house was also arrested. The authorities warned that landlords have a responsibility to ensure their properties are not used to facilitate criminal activities. The Ghanaian authorities urged the public to remain vigilant and report suspicious digital activities while reaffirming the country's commitment to combating cybercrime. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has rearrested notorious drug trafficker Erobodo Basil, who was previously convicted in 2023 for dealing 30,010 kilograms of methamphetamine. The arrest followed the seizure of 75 parcels of cocaine weighing 1.50 kilograms, concealed in factory-sealed sachet of cold water starch destined for the United Kingdom at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, export shed in Ikeja, Lagos State. The NDLEA Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, said the operation also led to the arrest of 3 cargo agents, Jubrain Fridaus, Asana, Kuku Daniel Oluwasegun, and Igwe Chairman Jane on December 20, 2025. Subsequent investigations identified 37-year-old Basil as the mastermind, who was apprehended the following day at a popular Ikeja relaxation center during a date with his girlfriend. Basil has previously been arrested in May 2023 when 30.10 kilograms of methamphetamine were seized from powered custard containers bound for London. He was convicted at the Federal High Court and sentenced to 5 years imprisonment with an option of 7 million naira fine and a 1-month community service. After paying the fine, he returned to drug trafficking. You are still watching Kwara TV News. You are pausing from some messages to return with more news. Do stay with us.
It's bright and early, get your breakfast right. You need all the nutrients that will hold you tight. Stay in power, you find it all in peak. Every move you make, Peak's got you all the way. And the peak goes on.
Power on every morning with our Peak breakfast to make the most of every day. Peak, reach for your peak.
Power Oil Light. Light enough for movement. Real enough for taste. Power Oil. My choice for my family. They always come back for seconds. I know why. Power Oil. My choice for my family.
You dey mind am? Me when I leave my house for Lagos, come go celebrate with her for Dallas. I reach there now, they take me make yeye. They go put me for one yeye corner. Hey, me, I'm a boy. All for no cake globe trotter. Hey, even self the pilot they announced say I dey for the flight now. And you know say one of them say come meet me. Tell me say make her come follow them sit down for cockpit. We could fly the plane together. Sure. This na the 3rd time today when Glow don't serve me. Oh. So you want make me come up for line now? Make you for wrong over your Glow Talk Master.
Free in Glow Talk Master. Talk for 6 minutes and get 6 minutes free. Plus 15 megabytes of data. Free. Dial *606#. 2,000 naira for new customers. 1,000 naira for voice. Plus 1,000 naira for data. Glow.
Power Oil Light. Light enough for movement. Real enough for taste. Power Oil. My choice for my family. They always come back for seconds. I know why. Power Oil. My choice for my family.
Welcome back. It was a moment of love and joy as family members, friends, associates, and staff of Kwara State Ministry of Communications gathered in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, to celebrate the Director of Finance of Ministry of Communications, Salamat Yahaya, who her son Abubakar Tariq tied the knot with her atrob, Khadija Damusa. Abulatif Ahmed covered the wedding for Kwara TV News, and his report is presented from our studios.
Today would continue to be a memorable day for the entire people of Ilesha Baruba in Barutin local government area of Kwara State as they celebrate the Emir of Ilesha Baruba, who his grandson Alidu Yahaya and his bride Khadija Dam Musa became husband and wife. The chairman of the occasion, Professor Rahim Adaramaja, admonished the couple to understand each other, to be patient, and should disallow third-party interference.
Whenever there's misunderstanding within the two of them, you should try as much as possible to walk away instead of beat. You should never, for one thing, raise his hand up to beat the wife, which is very, very bad. Then I also advise him to keep the house in order. Communication is very, very important for a family like this to last long.
The couple, while speaking with Kwara TV News, expressed joy for witnessing the special day and appreciated the well-wishers who came to celebrate with them.
So happy and excited about the whole day. I'm happy, I'm excited, and I'm happy to be getting married.
The parents of the couple, relative, and some well-wishers who spoke to Kwara TV News prayed for the couple, urging them to understand each other.
They are starting a new life. They should see themselves as best of friends. The best form of relationship in marriage is friendship.
Advice to couples is for them to have patience, because patience comprises everything.
Patience, they should endure the endurance. I pray for them peaceful, be happy married life.
You should understand yourself and have very good communication.
Stay calm, hold your woman tight. May God bless their union.
I pray that Allah grants them a happy married life, and may their marriage be filled with all the joy that comes with marriage, inshallah.
The Kwara State Council for Art and Culture were also present to add color to the occasion.
The federal government has assured investors, financial analysts, and international development partners that Nigeria remains peaceful, stable, and committed to economic progress, despite concern arising from the targeted joint security operation conducted in Sokoto on Christmas Day. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wali Edun, gave the assurance in a statement issued on Sunday in Abuja. He explained that the collaborative mission between Nigerian security forces and the United States was strictly directed at the terrorist elements threatening the national safety and economic activities. He described the Sokoto operation as a precise, intelligence-led and focused exclusively on terrorist elements that threaten innocent lives, national stability, and economic activity. He added that under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the country has recorded tangible progress in both security and economic reform, with measurable outcomes reflected in recent macroeconomic indicators. The minister reaffirms that Nigerian financial markets remain steady, with domestic and international debt platform operating efficiently under prudent fiscal management. Edun assured local and foreign investors that as markets reopen on Monday, December 29, 2025, confidence in Nigeria's economic direction remains warranted. And moving on to the sports scene, where the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, has clarified that it has not yet received a response from FIFA regarding its challenge to the eligibility of certain players from the Democratic Republic of Congo who participated in 2026 World Cup African playoff against the Super Eagles some weeks ago. NFF, however, categorically stated that the situation is still under consideration. The statement comes in response to media claims that FIFA had dismissed Nigeria's appeal following the Super Eagles' defeat to Democratic Republic of Congo in the playoff final. Speaking on the development, NFF Secretary General Mohamed Sanusi confirmed that no official updates have been received from FIFA concerning the petition. Sanusi said that the Nigerian Football Federation wrote a petition to FIFA on the eligibility of some of the players of the Democratic Republic of Congo, and if there is anything, FIFA will reply to the NFF. Central African Republic President Faustin Archange as is seeking a third term on Sunday as the chronically unstable country holds national election, touting security gains made with the help of Russian mercenaries and Rwandan soldiers. The 68-year-old mathematicians oversaw a constitutional referendum in 2023 that scrapped the presidential term limits, drawing an outcry from his critics who accuse him of seeking a rule for life. The victory, the expected outcome, would likely further the interests of Russia, which has traded security assistance for access to resources, including gold and diamond. Todera is also offering access to the country's lithium and uranium reserves to anyone interested. A Reuters witness said polling stations opened as early as 6 a.m. in the capital, Bangui. Casting a ballot in Bangu, the shopkeeper Beatrice Monzapa said women have suffered greatly during the Central African Republic's years of conflict, but the situation has improved. And with our report from the foreign scene, we have come to the end of Kwara TV News from the English desk. Moving around to the languages desk where Fatima is waiting. Good evening, Fatima.
Waiting, Ganiat. Labarian Lajeni. Tishi Kinabun Bola Ahmed Tinubu ina a pipe Ken Lagos la da Ken Europe ya imi shiriji ya ifanye ya azumuko to kendo de wake lo ikando chinimia United Arab Emirates ne labari neti ya daga bayi za shawara ya cin labari bu bayo onan gana ngabu akan tisha pipe Ken Europe lo Ken Abu Dhabi ya shirye na beje satini daga etsayen mafariyan eyan dojo ne akan eto afogu obeni da ya eto afogu egibe gube ni eto amafariyan eyan dojo nga shiri unchi abejo ne zana yi tishi ya kin United Arab Emirates na Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan ngai zana agunla takada yi tishi ya kin abun Tinubu ne labarin cin bayana ke shi wucin na dai ya satin ne ngabo agan yi kafa na ya tishi dai da ba gwamnati ta ji fiye kawo cijona to emegun cijina abaza nya igbo lojine àti gan wọn ke ba za jo to de ni eze gade french lo la engonsun to se ya igbo lo nya kinya jine zumancho ngabo akan Tinubu akejeji Nigeria ne Gwamnan kin Kwara Abdurrahman Abdrazak la imsayan barika loye ba nusawo ni ne gbe igimochiyan loji ne gan IDP na ake yelike zubachiwe ne na mai labari na da gwata yin rutukaci labari gwamna Rafiu Ajakai tiyane gwamna ji Alhaji Abdulmumin Abdulmalik to zeke na jibarika bi kendo ayuli ke nusa na akilaye dan enugun ye igimochi yan iloji ne ngan yelike zubachi na alaye dan ina uncho to dina nla gan azigimochi yin ne ji fi mboto ba pako ne ade gaskiya yune muciga ke Alhaji Abdulmalik to zeke nujina agata yi zana alana sa kando alana sa biya ina cike ya fiyan da zumugwa ne nke je amake de nasa gibe kendo a katamba kwenyan Dr. Ibrahim Sulu Gambari agumene mbabe tu sokwe na wa ladan kogoro amade Nisara gibe yana aga laye dan enugun chinkane wati da ibe gi zuma Christiana na kandondo a ce da ejiya soko ikon dondo na aga da na to lokacin dondo ne mai wazi na ce beje daga misunya ba man Ruben Idowu Ibitoye ya Unity Baptist na ci Ejiniya Ido na Iglabari Ablatif Owolewa na don filin chona onwe ya gana ce jin wazi na gaba man Ruben Idowu Ibitoye wa bi jama'i je na ce ba dura ya izo shi cije amma cha da ija ya isu soko bi kendo ya de a itizu ba yin ya na liye ne nga ga ngwin na kandundo de a cha ji bwa ya soko bi ali na ji unji ya ne unche la wazu daga littafin Exodus ne nga ga soko wajin wajen igwakan ya izuja daga bayan izu kandun izu jika kayan mun ajin wala nisa ji ya zanen gaba ne unjin da ya kokarin gwamnati bi toje yan ito ana da ken kwaro na amma wi bi kokarin an dai mu da zumani ne no ga na ga salayen Christmas ya iya no to ya wi na ke jizuma Christi ya la pende bi to engbo fe ne ní mẹ́sà méjì bàṣà bí igi làbáyé yìí ní jíwá tó ṣe kí ẹnu pé àtúpá ọmọdé gbédan lókàtúó ní ẹnu bí ìjẹ ní mìíràn ṣọ́ọ̀ṣù ń ṣọ̀nà gáàyè àdúrà tó ẹni èjì dára ètò sọ̀pọ̀ ní. lọ́yà méjì ló ẹ̀zà àgbọ̀nwó tó gúnni méjì àtàsùnájì títí náà lé ke alkalin cikoji fi kotu na jiyan gwamnati ya tace ne gabo a waba hasun na ji ya jani ibo mukote na asata te ne a gawa suna na zuma na takada yan buda na ji febe daga bayan izayen ejijo ne bicipe na umar ibe igwaladan yin onigun doci na dan igwata yan alkalin sayen kinabu na kudrat kekere ekun na ga ci ala su ne zanin don dote na ji ya ga latin a gan ali ke alkali jina so da waya haga de buda eti ajode daga bayan iza ejisho to de ne iza gbonwo bi egun no nche nga ga da ni mi iza shita tuguba na ji ala li sunaji ga ali alkali no saji fi kotu nchiko na yan gwamnati ta ci ne amma awa ba ya ji ibo na agan sunade nlipo ya be bayan izajiji bwane labari na ti ya daga bayan enigun yan ikayan ujayo to ne ga agan izagbon odin guba na jo to de ala igwadan gba nile nga ajin egalawa michinleya eto ana ebe to de da ne zane yi director yin egan fili enigun china Kemi Okidengbe na ya gaskiya na gan tsakanin ito afogu obegute lo ito afogu obegu ne ito na ya lufi ya wuru dida na ngabo egan lawa mechile abi ya zanchi na ji alila suna ci la gwadane na like alkaliji fi kotu nchiko ya gwamnati ta chone lokacin ya boye to en gbafa ngawun iya lije to zaje lo etun keba gani da be zane director ni mi ministry ne laye da lamun yan izaba yankin Kwara na Salamat yaya bi kando egi bagyu Abubakar Tariq aje eba yan Khadijat da Musa ne labari na don filin chona Ablatif Ahmed nwuya ke gan ifo na nwuyefo na adada ibatan ya izayan Ilesha Barba na da ni mi account tengiyan Bartin ni mi ken Kwara na be ken do abi money gan de be tuyan ejun china na yagyu Alidu Yahya gan be Khadija Damusa aje ebabe mi dojine na ce ba zane-zane da sakon edufinci na manko rahim adara maja ga jawa filo bayan ya wuto baya wurin na ga ankuri tudoji amma lugwa iza ta ci ta yi mai tude don alamar ya koyi ne na tuce ba zana ibabe ni wurin can ragan ala afayin gbọn bikin da ifo ina da be ije ne amadaji ya zanejo to be fa engba ya biayin ne ni mi ezabo emochiyan ba woto yawo to ye gaji na ji baza be gi la paji ne agaba adua ya woto ba wo do ncha na sokode aga emi agba doji ne enebeji finucho na ngai za nejo tode nimba na jibe san za wangije na kane labari be lozo ni wọn go abunaga àmọ́ labari gan be ejimi sunya iyage nga won to gba ni awa Dauda
Fati kò ṣe ẹ̀kọ́ ẹ̀rù náà rè ẹ máa bá wa ká lọ. Ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu lónìí ti gbéra kúrò nípínlẹ̀ Èkó lọ sí ilẹ̀ Yúróòpù láti tẹ̀síwájú ìsinmi ọdún rẹ̀ àti ní ìgbáradì fún ìpàdé tí yóò wáyé nílẹ̀ United Arab Emirates. Àtẹ̀jáde gbà tọwọ́ olùbádámọ̀ràn pàtàkì rẹ̀ lórí ètò ìròyìn àti ìlànà yìí ní Báyọ̀ Ọ̀nánúgà sọ di mímọ̀ wípé ààrẹ Tinubu ni yóò tẹ̀síwájú ìrìn àjò rẹ̀ láti ilẹ̀ Yúróòpù lọ sí Abu Dhabi láti kópa níbi ìpàdé ètò ọ̀sẹ̀ alágbèrò alálòpẹ́ fún tọdún 2026 èyí tí yóò wáyé ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ oṣù kínní ọdún tó ń bọ̀. Ètò ìpàdé ADSW 2026 ọ̀hún ni yóò gbéra sọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọjọ́ 11 oṣù kínní títí di ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kínní ọdún 2026 ní gbọ̀ngàn ńlá ààyè ìpàtẹ tó wà ní Abu Dhabi. Ààrẹ Tinubu bákan náà ni yóò kópa níbi ètò ọ̀hún látàrí ìwé ìránṣẹ́ peni tó rí gbà látọwọ́ ààrẹ ilẹ̀ United Arab Emirates ìyẹn Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed. Àtẹ̀jáde ọ̀hún ṣàlàyé wípé ètò ọ̀sẹ̀ àpérò alágbèrò náà ni ó jẹ́ èyí tí yóò wáyé fún odidi ọ̀sẹ̀ kan gbáko níbi tí àwọn adarí ìjọba gbogbo àjọ olókoòwò àti tàwùjọ yóò bá wọn péjú sí láti sọ̀rọ̀ ìjíròrò lórí ìgbésẹ̀ tí yóò pa kún ìdàgbàsókè alálòpẹ́ ilẹ̀ náà. Ẹ̀wẹ̀ ìpàdé ọ̀hún bákan náà ni yóò tún ṣe ìpèsè ìfikùnlukùn tó ń ti ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ àti ìdókòwò tí yóò mú àyípadà rẹ̀ bá ìgbésẹ̀ tó tún kàn nídìí ìdàgbàsókè alálòpẹ́ àgbáyé. Ẹ̀wẹ̀ ìròyìn jẹ́ kó di mímọ̀ wípé ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu ní ìrètí wà wípé yóò padà sí orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà lẹ́yìn tí sáà ìpàdé ọ̀hún bá tẹnubẹ́pọ̀. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara Abdulrahman Abdulrazak ti nawọ́ ìkíni kú oríire sí Alhaji Abdulmalik Abdulmumin ti jẹ́ ààrẹ tuntun fún ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ bíbí ìlú Ìlọrin Emirates ní Ìlọrin Emirate Descendant Progressives Union lẹ́yìn torí àtúnyàn síbò gẹ́gẹ́ bí ààrẹ. Èyí ló jẹyọ nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan lónìí gbà tọwọ́ akọ̀wé ìròyìn gómìnà yìí ní Rafiu Àjàkáyé. Gómìnà tún kí Alhaji Abdulmumin Abdulmalik lórí àtúnyànsípò rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ààrẹ fún ẹgbẹ́ tó ń lédè nídìí ṣíṣàgbéga àṣà àti ìṣe tìlú Ìlọrin. Ó ní àtúnyàn náà ni ó jẹ́ ohun ìgbárígbádùn fún tìbútòrò ìpínlẹ̀ yìí. Ó fi ọwọ́ sọ̀yà wípé Alhaji Abdulmalik àti àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ tó kù ni wọn yóò mú ìdàgbàsókè tó ń ti ìfarajì sídìí àṣeyọrí èyí tí wọ́n ti ṣẹ́yìn tí wọ́n pàápàá jùlọ píparí gbọ̀ngàn dókítà Ibrahim Sulu Gambari. Ẹ̀wẹ̀ gómìnà wa gbà ládùúrà kí Ọlọ́run ṣe ìtọ́sọ́nà fún Alhaji Abdulmalik àti àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ tuntun kí ó sì fún wọn ní ẹ̀mí àti ìfarajì sídìí àṣeyọrí. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Borno Babangana Zulum ni yóò tẹ́ pẹpẹ owó ìṣúná tọdún 2026 síwájú ilé aṣòfin ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún lọ́la òde èyí tí ṣe ọjọ́ 29 oṣù kejìlá ọdún 2025. Èyí ni wọ́n ṣàfilédè rẹ̀ gbátinú àtẹ̀jáde látọwọ́ kọmíṣánná fétò ìròyìn àti ààbò abẹ́nú ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Usman Tar lónìí nílùú Maiduguri. Ó ṣe lálàyé wípé lákòókò ìtẹ́pẹpẹ owó ìṣúná ọ̀hún bákan náà ni gómìnà yóò tún ṣàgbéjáde àwọn àlàálẹ̀ pàtàkì tí yóò mú àyípadà rere bá ìgbé ayé àwọn ènìyàn ìpínlẹ̀ náà. Owó ìṣúná tọdún 2025 gẹ́gẹ́ bí àtẹ̀jáde ọ̀hún ti rí lórí ìbuwọ́lù ìsọdòfin nínú oṣù kínní látọwọ́ gómìnà tí iye rẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹgbẹ̀ta bílíọ̀nù náírà dín díẹ̀ èyí tí iye tó tó 400 bílíọ̀nù lọ sí ẹ̀ka ìdàgbàsókè àwùjọ. Ẹ̀wẹ̀ àtẹ̀jáde ọ̀hún sọ di mímọ̀ wípé iye owó ìṣúná tọdún yìí ni wọ́n yóò gbé síwájú ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin ẹlẹ́ni 28 ní ẹ̀ka ètò ìlera àti ẹ̀ka ètò ẹ̀kọ́ tí ó kó ipa pàtàkì sídìí ìdàgbàsókè ọrọ̀ ajé tó ń ti ẹ̀ka mìíràn ní ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún. Ẹ̀wẹ̀, gómìnà Zulum wá rọ àwọn iléeṣẹ́ tó jẹ́ ti ìjọba ẹ̀ka àti àjọ láti tẹ̀lé ìpèsè ìṣúná ọ̀hún pẹ̀lú ìkìlọ̀ wípé tí wọ́n bá kọ̀ láti pa òfin lílo owó ọ̀hún mọ́ sí ọ̀nà tó tọ́, ó ṣeé ṣe kó ṣokùnfà àìmọ́jọ̀wọ́ owó sílẹ̀ fún wọn láti lè fi ṣe àwọn àkànṣe iṣẹ́ ọlọ́kan-ò-jọ̀kan tó fi mọ́ àwọn ètò mìíràn nípínlẹ̀ náà. Àrọwà ti lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristẹni láti máa fi ẹ̀mí ìmoore hàn sí Ọlọ́run nígbà gbogbo. Àrọwà náà ló jẹyọ nínú wàásù Reverend Ruben Idowu Ibitoye ti ilé ìjọ Unity Baptist tó wà ní òpópónà Abdulwahab Fọláwíyọ nílùú Ìlọrin tí ń ṣe olúlu ìpínlẹ̀ yìí. Aṣojúkọ̀ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ yìí Abdulateef Owólẹwà jábọ̀ wípé olùṣọ́ àgùntàn náà pàrọwà sí gbogbo olùjọ́sìn pé kí wọ́n máa gbàdúrà dáadáa fún àwọn adarí gbogbo, kí wọ́n sì máa dúpẹ́ fún Ọlọ́run tó sọ ẹ̀mí wọn títí di ìparí ọdún yìí. Ẹ̀wẹ̀, oníwàásù ọ̀hún ṣe àfikún wípé àánú àti ìkẹ́ tí ẹ̀dá ń rí gbà lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run ó tó kí ẹ̀dá máa dúpẹ́ fún nígbà gbogbo. Ó wá kà látinú ìwé Exodus orí 11 ẹsẹ̀ 30 sí 31. Ó ní Ọlọ́run ti fi ìṣọ́ rẹ̀ ṣọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀dá ọmọnìyàn ní ààyè ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ tí ó sì fún àwọn ní ìṣẹ́gun. Oníwàásù Ìbítóyè gbóṣùbà káre fún akitiyan ìjọba lórí ètò ààbò tí wọ́n ń ṣe nínú ayẹyẹ ọdún Kérésìmesì. Ẹ̀wẹ̀, àwọn olùjọ́sìn tó bá ìkọ̀ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ yìí sọ̀rọ̀ wájúwe ìwàásù náà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣítí. Nínú ìjọ́sìn ọ̀hún ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àdúrà ti jẹyọ pẹ̀lú orin ìsìn látẹnu àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ akọrin nínú ìjọ. Àkókò ìfẹ́ tó ń ti ayọ̀ ló wáyé gẹ́gẹ́ bí mọ̀lẹ́bí, ọ̀rẹ́, akẹgbẹ́ àti àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ yìí tó ń rí sí ètò ìbáraẹnisọ̀rọ̀ ti ṣe péjọpọ̀ sílùú Ìlọrin tí ń ṣe olúlu ìpínlẹ̀ yìí láti dáwọ́ dùnú pẹ̀lú adarí ẹ̀ka ètò ìnáwó àti ìbáraẹnisọ̀rọ̀ yìí ní Salamatu Yahaya, ẹni tí ọmọ rẹ̀ Abubakar Tariq tí wọ́n ṣe ìdàpọ̀ mímọ́ wọn pẹ̀lú olólùfẹ́ rẹ̀ Khadija Damusa. Abdulateef Ahmed bá wọn péjọ fún ìkọ̀ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ yìí tó sì jábọ̀ wípé òní ni yóò jẹ́ ọjọ́ má lè gbàgbé nínú ìdílé àwọn èèyàn Iléṣà Bàrùbá ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Bàrùtí ìpínlẹ̀ yìí pẹ̀lú bí wọ́n ti ṣe ayẹyẹ fún Emir Iléṣà Bàrùbá ẹni tí ọmọ rẹ̀ Alidu Yahaya àti aya rẹ̀ Khadija Damusa di ọkọ àti ìyàwó. Alága ètò ìgbéyàwó ọ̀hún Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Rahim Adaramaja wá gba lọ́kọláya tuntun ní ìyànjú láti gbọ́ra ẹniyé kí wọ́n jẹ́ onísùúrù àti pàápàá kí wọ́n má ṣe fún etí kẹta láyè láàrin wọn. Lọ́kọláya tuntun ọ̀hún nígbà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìkọ̀ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ ìmóhùnmáwòrán yìí wá fi ìdùnnú wọn tí wọn kò lè pa mọ́ra hàn wípé ọjọ́ òní ṣe ojú ẹ̀bí wọn pàápàá jùlọ tí wọ́n sì tún dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn olùbánidáwọ́ dùnnú tó wá bá wọn ṣayẹyẹ. Ní ti òbí àwọn lọ́kọláya, àwọn ẹbí àti Afẹ́nifẹ́re tó bá ìkọ̀ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ yìí sọ̀rọ̀ wá gbàdúrà fún ìbùkún tó ń ti èso rere láàrin lọ́kọláya àti pàápàá gbà wọ́n ní ìmọ̀ràn wípé kí wọ́n ní àgbọ́yé ara ẹni nígbà gbogbo. Kò dín ní agbẹjọ́rò 24 tí wọ́n ṣe ìfàkalẹ̀ fún ìyànsípò gẹ́gẹ́ bí adájọ́ nílé ẹjọ́ gíga tó jẹ́ ti ìjọba àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà wọ́n ti ṣe kùnà nínú ìdánwò ìyànsípò wọn. Ìdánwò tí wọ́n ṣe fún àwọn wọ̀nyí ló wà lára àlàkalẹ̀ tuntun tó rí ìbuwọ́lù àjọ àpapọ̀ ilé wa tó ń rí sí ètò ìdájọ́ lábẹ́ onídàájọ́ àgbà orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ní Kudirat kékeré ẹkùn láti ṣe ìyọkúrò àwọn tó jẹ mọ́ ìwà àìní ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé kúrò nínú ìyànsípò lẹ́ka iṣẹ́ ìdájọ́. Àwọn onímọ̀ òfin 24 ọ̀hún ló wà lára ènìyàn 22 tí wọ́n ṣe ìfàkalẹ̀ wọn fún ipò adájọ́ nílé ẹjọ́ gíga àpapọ̀ ilé wa ṣùgbọ́n tí wọ́n fìdí rẹmi látàrí kùdìẹ̀kudiẹ tó wà nínú ìwé ìdánrawò wọn. Ìròyìn látẹnu ènìyàn kan tó súnmọ́ àjọ ọ̀hún sọ wípé ènìyàn 28 tí wọ́n wẹ̀ yán kànkàn nìkan ni wọ́n máa kojú ìgbìmọ̀ ìdánwò fún ètò ìfọ̀rọ̀wálẹ́nuwò lóṣù tó ń bọ̀. Ẹ̀wẹ̀, adarí ètò ìròyìn lẹ́ka ìdájọ́ ọ̀hún arábìnrin Kẹ́mi Ògèdèǹgbé sọ wípé ìgbìmọ̀ àjọ ọ̀hún ni yóò máa pàdé pọ̀ lọ́jọ́ 13 àti ọjọ́ 14 oṣù kínní ọdún 2026 lójúnà àti bójútó àwọn ìlànà tó kù nínú ìṣàgbéjáde àwọn olùwẹ̀yán kàìnkàn ọ̀hún fún ìyànsípò gẹ́gẹ́ bí adájọ́ ní ilé ẹjọ́ gíga àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú ọlọ́bùrẹ̀dà PDP ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ti bu ẹnu àtẹ́ lu gómìnà tẹ́lẹ̀ rí fún ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ní Ayọ̀délé Fáyọ̀ṣe lórí ẹ̀sùn kan tó fi kan gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún yìí ní Ṣèyí Mákindé wípé ṣe ni ó tẹ́wọ́ gba owó tí rẹ̀ tó 50 bílíọ̀nù náírà látọwọ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí owó ìdẹ̀rùn fáwọn tó fara kásá ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìjàmbá iná tó wáyé nínú oṣù kínní ọdún 2024 ní Bódìjà pẹ̀lú bó ti ṣe sọ wípé ẹ̀sùn ọ̀hún ló jẹ́ èyí tí ó lè ṣini lọ́nà gbà àti pàápàá wípé òfúùtù fẹ̀tẹ̀ àṣà tí kò nìkan ni ẹ̀sùn náà jẹ́. Ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún gba tinú àtẹ̀jáde kan látọwọ́ alákòóso rẹ̀ Kudus Ọláìdé tó tẹ àwọn oníròyìn lọ́wọ́ nílùú Ìbàdàn tí ń ṣe olúlu ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún lọ́jọ́ tòní sọ wípé Fáyọ̀ṣe ló sọ̀rọ̀ ìfẹ̀sùnkàn ọ̀hún lákòókò tó ń farahàn lórí iléeṣẹ́ ìmọ̀ọ́máwòrán kan lọ́jọ́ Jímọ̀ níbi tó ti sọ wípé gómìnà Mákindé gba owó 50 bílíọ̀nù náírà lórúkọ àwọn ẹni ọ̀rọ̀ kan tó ṣàbẹ̀wò sí lákòókò tó ṣàbẹ̀wò sí ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu láti fún un ní ìró ìjábọ̀ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ọ̀hún. Ẹ̀wẹ̀, ó sọ síwájú sí pé Mákindé ló ti kọ̀ láti yálà jẹ́wọ́ gbígba owó ọ̀hún tàbí jọ̀wọ́ owó náà sílẹ̀ fáwọn tó pàdánù ẹ̀mí àti dúkìá wọn lákòókò ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìjàmbá náà. Ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún nínú ìtẹ̀síwájú ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ wá sọ̀rọ̀ ìpèníjà sí Fáyọ̀ṣe láti ṣe àgbéjáde ẹ̀rí tó ní láti ṣàfihàn ìtẹ́wọ́gbà ìtóní. Mákindé ṣàfihàn ìtẹ́wọ́gbà owó náà pẹ̀lú àfikún pé kì í ṣe gbogbo ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ni wọn kò kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yanjú tàbí ló ní ààbò ẹ̀kọ́ tí kò ní lè dá ìwé ìbéèrè owó mọ̀ yàtọ̀ sí ìwé ìtẹ́wọ́gbà owó. Ẹ̀wẹ̀, ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún bákan náà tó wá gbóṣùbà sàdánkátà fún gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé ẹni tó ṣàpèjúwe rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹni tó ṣe ìjọba onígbangba làṣáta àti pàápàá adarí tí ìfẹ́ àwọn ènìyàn ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún jọba lọ́kàn àyà rẹ̀. Pẹ̀lú ìròyìn láti ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ la fi máa kásẹ̀ ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ ìròyìn lẹ̀ fún tàṣálẹ̀ òní Ganiat àkó àtótónu àbọ̀mẹ́rẹ́.
Thank you so much for being part of the news. But before we go, a quick one from the languages desk.
Labari be lozani wa ko abunaga. Sai suna cike labari labe na Silas ko andu na begun Fatima Mohammed ngala labari chin biye.
Fatima ẹ ṣeun ẹ̀yin aráalé a ò ní rí jù báyìí lọ lórí ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ fún tàṣálẹ̀ òní lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí Hawa Òdáúdà ló ń kí wa pé dáadáa lájì Ganiat.
Join us tomorrow for more of our bulletin. Good evening, I am Ganiat Ilufe Adedeji. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a productive week ahead.